Dear student, in this video, I'll be solving the revision sheet for grade 8 final exam math. Let's start with question 1. Pippa plans to stand at an entrance to a supermarket and record how many customers traveled to the shop, their gender, and if they have come alone or not. Design a record sheet for her to use. Okay, so this is for the part of collecting data. You can make like columns. First of all, we need to know the name of the new customer that is coming. So you can make columns for name. And then, so she's asking for the gender, okay? So we add it here, the gender, male or female, and then they have come alone or not. So you write like members visit, okay? You can choose different name, but for your data, you should write something that you can understand, okay? So here we check what kind of information we need. We need the name of the customer that they came, then what's their gender, and if they came alone or with someone. Do we still have one more thing? Yes, we need to know how they travel to the shop, okay? So you can add one more column. You can call it like way or transportation, okay, or travel. So did they come to the market by like walking with car, bicycle, buses, etc. And that's it. So when you have this table, then you can use it. So we can help her so she can collect data and then she might do statistic for it. Now, question 2. The list gives the ages of people at a gym. So we need to know what are we dealing with. We are dealing with ages. Okay, 21 years, 32 years. Construct a grouped frequency table for this data. Use the groups less than or equal to 15, between 16 and 19, so on. Okay, so we need to create a table having this formation. Because there's no space to write, let me cut this. Okay, let me use this area here. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so first we have this. Construct a group frequency table. First of all, we should have the group. What am I studying here? We are studying ages, okay? So I put the group age. This is my first column. Then I should put some student, they don't do that, but I prefer to do this so we don't forget any value. I will add the tally part. This one will help me to count the values one by one. And then it says grouped frequency table. So of course we need frequency. Why it's called grouped frequency table? Because the data here is not value by value. It's grouped like from 16 to 19, from 20 to 29. Now we write the groups that is already given in the question. So the ages is 15 or less, from 16 to 19, from 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40, 49, 50, 59, and last group is greater than or equal to 60 years old. Okay, now how do I create the group frequency table? Let's check the numbers one by one, okay? And underline them so in the exam you don't forget any one of them. So 21, in which group? It's here. I just put a line. 32, it's here. 24, here. 55, 18, 33, 42, 49, 59 and 50, 59 and 50, 63, 28, 63 greater than 60, 28, 26, 30, 26, 30, 38, 44, 38, 44, 47, 53, 47, 53, 68, 27, 68. Now 27, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5 will be like this. It's easier for us to count. Then 30, also 5, 32. Now we start a new group. 41, it's 5, 45, a new group as well. Okay, so as you see, we underline all the values. Now frequency, we write it as a number, okay? Less than or equal to 15, there's nothing here. The frequency is 0, means no one went to the gym. Their age is 15 or less. Between 16 and 19, we have 1. Here, since it's a group, means 5. Group and 1, 6. The same thing. We have 4 and 2. If you need to double check so you don't lose marks, let's see how many numbers we have. In this row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times how many? So, yes, how many we have here? How many columns we have first? We have 8 times the 3 rows. We have 24. Let's check if did I have really 24 values? Let's check. This is 6, 12, 18, 20, 24. Yes, correct. So I have 24 data. Okay, then let me minimize this. Then in question 3, it says, use the data from question 2 that we have already did and draw an ordered stem and leaf diagram to represent the ages of people in a gym and then find the mean. As I told you, if you remember when we solved this, find the mean like the numbers are, it takes time. So in the exam, it will be less than this. So I will just show you how to draw the stem and leaf diagram for the same data. Let me close this and then take it again. How do we draw stem and leaf diagram? First of all, the stem should be on the left. The leaves should be here, okay? I'm dealing with ages. So stem should be like a fixed number. So here we need to check the data. The data has like all the values has 2 digits, okay? 21, 32, like we have 2 digits. So what should be my stem? I need to think. So I will use the tens values, okay? Because they are fixed. So, for example, what do I need to have? Do we have, for example, 10 or like something more than 10? I remember we had 15. No, we don't have. Sorry, it was 0. So we don't have 10, like 11, 12, 13. We don't have. So we have 20s, like 21, 22. So I write 2. We have 30 something. So I write 3. We have 40. We have 50. And we have 60 something. Do we have 70 to write 7? No. Okay, so I decided that the stem is the tens. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now, how do I write the leaves? Again, you start number by number. No, I should use this. So number by number, we need to use to write it next to the tens, okay? The first one is 21. I already have 20, I write 1. Then 32, next to 3, you put 2. 24, next to 2, you put 4. 55 next to 50, you put 5. So this is 55. Then 18. Okay. We have one, sorry. So now I should extend the stem and leaf diagram. We have 1, so here we put 8, it's 18. Then we have 33, so next to 3 we have 3 here. Then 42, next to 4 we have 2. 49, we put 9. 59, we put 9. 50, we put 0. And then you continue for the whole values, okay? But I need to tell you something. 2 things here we need to know to have. They said draw an ordered stem and leaf diagram. So if you look at here, for example, we have 590. It's not written in order. So it should be 059. Let me remove it. So it should be 0, 5, 9. So after you write it the first time, you should write it again in order. This is one. Second one, something very important. What is it? You need to put one example. That's what we call key. If you don't put the key, no one can understand what you are doing. So that key is one example of your data. For example, key 1, 8. So you say, what does that mean? You say means 18 years old. Okay, so that 1, 8 means 18. Okay, so now we can understand that it's 21, 24, something like this. So this is stem and leaf diagram. How to find the mean? We add all these values and then we divide them by how many values we have in total. If you remember, we divide them by 24. This is how you get the mean. But like this is big range of numbers, so in the exam you will have something less. Okay, now let me close this. Question 3. Use the data from, no, we did it, sorry. Question 4. Jason records how many cakes are in lots of different packets. So we have 1 cake, 2 cakes, 3 cakes. But what does that mean? You need to understand, for example, this. 25 packets, each one of them has 4 cakes, okay? So only this part is 100 cake. Because I have 25 packets that each one of them has 4 cake. 4 cakes, okay? We understand the data. Now we try to find the mean, median, and mode. So here you need to know the definition for the exam. If you don't know the definition, then you cannot solve. Mean is like the average. All of them are, we call them actually averages, but mean is like you need to combine all of them and make them as, for example, 1 cake. So we check something that is in between. Let's try to understand it. So mean, how many cakes we have? First of all, mean. What's the formula for the mean? I would say it's total, like total number of cakes, over total number of frequency, which we call n, like how many values we have. Okay, to find how many cakes, in the first group, it says only one, but it's not only one. I have 5 packets that has 1 cake, so you should multiply them. So in the first group, I have 5 cakes. Second group, 2 times 8, 16 cakes. 3 cakes, it has 0 packs, so 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 4 times 25 is 100. 5 times 1 is 5. Now 6 times 43. 6 by 3 is 18. 8 we carry 1. 6 by 4 is 24 and 1, 25. So only the last part, 258 cakes. Now we should add all these values to make the total. Okay? Let me do it a bit faster for you. 258, 16, and this. Okay, 384. Then we need, so this is the total now. We get the total number of cakes, 384. Now we need to divide by, as I said, n, which is total frequency. So you add all of these. Did they mention how many cakes in the question? No. So you need to add 43, 1, 25, all of them. So 43 and 1, 44 and 25, 69. 0 stays the same. Plus 8, 77. Plus 5, 82. So if you can divide in the exam, simplify it, then simplify. If you see that it can't be divided, it needs calculator, then you can keep it as a fraction. Here, if we use the calculator, it's 4.7 almost, okay? So in the exam, you can keep it as a fraction, it's okay. Now, next question. No, sorry. That was for the mean, okay? So 4.7 of the cake, this is the mean. Now median. What's the definition of the median? Is the middle value. Okay, like the piece of cake that is in between, exactly in the middle. So as we said, all of them, we said we have 83, all of them. So we need to find the place of the median first, like which order of cake is in the middle. Sorry, it was 82, right? Not 80, 83. Yes, it was 82. Now, 82. So there is a formula to find the place of the median, which is n plus 1 over 2. N is 82 plus 1, 83. 83 divided by 2, which is 41.5. What does that mean? Is it the value of the median? No, this is the place where I can find the median. So 41.5, I need to check it's in which group. How do I check? We start adding from the beginning. Here I have 5 cakes. Here I have 8. So 5 plus 8, till now I have 13 cakes. Plus 0, it's still 13. Plus 25. So till now I have 28 cakes. Did I reach 41? Not yet. Then plus 1, 29 cakes. Did I reach 41? No. So for sure it's in the last group. Okay? So what's the median? Do I write 43? No. The median is 6. Then the last part it says, part C, find the mode. What's the definition of the mode? Is the most repeated value or the value that has the highest frequency. Let's check the frequency. Which one is the highest? 43. So is it 43 the mode? No. The answer should be always from the first column. Frequency only to help me. So which one has highest frequency? 6. Now question 5. The table shows the number of scarves sold at a shop and the outside temperature, okay? So we have the temperature minus 293 and then number of scarves. Draw a scatter diagram for this table. Now for this one, I will open this mouse. It helped me to draw a graph. So this mouse, it has a grid because the coordinates, it needs like a coordinate grid for the scatter plot. Let me put here 1. Okay. Now, if I need to draw this, what's the first value? Minus 2, 15. X minus 2, Y 15. I should decrease it so we can reach 15. So we need this part. Minus 2, 15 is here. X minus 2, Y 15. Then, second value, 9, 2. X is 9, Y is 2. It's here. Then next point, 3, 11. X is 3, Y is 11. Then 0, 14. X 0, Y 14. Then 5, 5. X 5, Y 5. X 5, Y 5. The last one, 8, 3. 8, 3. Now I try to draw the line of the best fit. So I need to try to make the line in between. So for example, let's try something like this. So this line, it looks like all the points are close to it. It doesn't have to be on it, all of them. No, close to it. Now, so this is the scatter plot. I put the points and I draw the line. Then what does it say? It said describe the correlation, okay? Let's look at the graph again. Let's look at the line. We read it as I said in the class. We read it like English from left to right. Let's see from left of this, so from here, from up, from left to right, what is happening? I'm going down. So here we say we have negative correlation because it's going down, okay? So we have negative correlation, which means when the temperature increase, the number of cells, when the temperature increase, the number of cells decrease. So it's a negative correlation. Then next, question 6. The back-to-back stem and leaf diagram gives reaction time for girls and boys. Okay, so why do they call it back-to-back? Because we have the stems in the middle, and I'm comparing girls to boys, their reaction time. Okay, as I said, we cannot understand the stem and leaf diagram if there's no key. So let's check the key here. 2, 9, 8. Let me first take this part. 9, 8. What does that mean? It means 0.98. Now, what about 9, 2? Means 0.92. So we read first the stem and then the leaves. Okay, now they says, for girls, let me do it in red. It says, find the median for the girls and the boys. Median, as I told you, median is the place of the median. The formula is n plus 1 over 2 to find the place of the median. Okay, n plus 1 over 2, so I need to count n, how many values I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 plus 1, 24, over 2, 12. So the 12th value is the median. So let's find the 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you say the median is 9, it's wrong because this is only the leaf. I need to read it with the stem. So it's 0.69. This is the median for the girls. Let's find the median for the boys. We need also to count n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 plus 1, 20. Over 2, 10. So the 10th value is the median. 1. Now you look, I'm counting from left to right. Why? Because in order from smallest to biggest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it 3? No. Is it 0.36? No. We read the stem first. It's 0.63. 0.63. This is the median for the boys. Now the range for the girls. So range, what's the definition? It's the highest value minus the smallest value. Highest value for girls is that one, which means 0.91 minus the smallest value is 0.49. So which is equal to 2. This will be 5, then we need 4. 0.49 is the range for the girls. Now we do the same thing for the boys. 0.98 minus 0.39. So here we have 9. This 3 will be 4, 5. 0.59. Then question C, it says, compare the reaction time for girls and boys. How do I compare them? Since I have the median for boys and girls, let's compare the median and then the range. So let's check, as I said, boys in red, boys in blue, girls in red. Let's check the median. Whose median is higher? In red, 69, the girls. So you say that girls have higher median than boys. Then, for the range, who's higher? Boys. So we say boys have higher range or wider range than the girls. So you just compare the values that you have. You compare the averages. That was for question 6. Now, here some of the numbers are different. So regardless of the numbers, just let's solve the questions. The table shows the time taken in minutes for a group of year 8 students to complete a cross-country run. Okay, so we have the time. This means the time is greater than or equal to 10, less than 12 in minutes. So we have 10, 11, but not 12. 10 and 11 in this group. 10 and 11 minutes. Why 12 is not accepted here? 12 is accepted in this group. Why? Because of that line here, as you can see. This means t is greater than or equal to 12. So if you see this line here, means yes, we accept the value. But if it says like this, no, we cannot accept that value. Anyway, let's continue. The question says, find the model class. Model class is similar to the mode, the same thing. What did we say mode is? The one that has the highest frequency. We check the frequency. What's the highest number? 24. Is it the mode? No. Model class is from t is less than or equal to 12. Sorry, is greater than or equal to 12, less than 14. Okay? So t is between 12 and 14. This is the model class. Now B, find the class containing the median. Okay, the median is the middle value. As we said, we do the formula n plus 1 over 2 to find the place of the median. N plus 1 over 2 to find the place of the median. Now, do we know n? We need to count them. So 24 plus 7 is 31 plus 15, 46 plus 6, 52 plus 6 plus 2, 40, 50, 52 plus 2, 54. So 54 plus 1 is 55. 55 over 2, 27.5. So 27.5, is it the median? No, it's the place where I can find the median. Now, let's find where's the 27.5. Let's start with the first group. I have 7. Okay, I didn't reach 27 yet. Now I have 24 with 7. So 7 and 24 is 31. Did I reach 27? Yes, we reached 27. Means the median is in this group. So the median is also 12, T, 14. Now, next, estimate the range of the time taken for the run. Okay, estimate. Why estimate? Because we don't know the exact values. So for estimation, take the highest value, which is 20, minus, take the smallest value, which is 10. 20 minus 10 is 10 minutes. So we consider the range as 10 minutes. Next question. Sally sells some raffle tickets using the table calculate. So using the table calculate the mean number. Okay, the mean we said it's total over n, total frequency. How do we find the total? So number of tickets 1, but the frequency it's repeated 8 times. So we multiply 1 times 8, 8. 2 times 5, 10. 3 times 2, 6. 4 times 1, 4. 5 times 1, 45. Now let me add the total like this. 8 plus 10, 18. Plus 6, 24. Plus 4, 28. Plus 4, 32. Plus 9, 41. So the total is 41 tickets. Now over n, we say n is the total frequency. So 9 plus 1, 10, 8 plus 2, 10, this is 20, 25. 41 over 25, this is the mean. Can I do the division? No, you don't have calculator, so you can keep it like this. Now, next. The pie chart shows information about the money Fiona spent last month. She spent on transportation, food, entertainment, and rent and bills. What did Fiona spend most money on? So this pie chart makes different sectors to show me each sector, like what part take from the question. So spend most is the biggest part for sure. So she spent the most on rent and bills. What fraction Fiona's spending was on transport? Now look, we have the full circle, and here we have this 90 degree. They said, what is this fraction? Now look, let me copy this fraction. I guess you understand it. This part is quarter, right? So it's 1 over 4. This is the fraction of transportation. Also because the circle is 360, and this angle here is 90 degrees, so it's 90. If you simplify 90 over 360, it will be 1 over 4, like you divide by 90. Here I have calculator that it help you with simplifying just to show you, but you will not use in the exam. 90 over 360, just click equal, it will simplify for you, 1 over 4. Okay. Then it says, Fiona spent 320 on transportation. How much did Fiona spend in total? They said only this part is 320. So what is it in total? It's easy. How many quarters I have? I have 4. So imagine this part is also 320. This part is 320. This part is 320. So actually it's 320 times 4. 0 times 4, 0. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. So they said again the question, how much did Fiona spend in total? So she spent 1,280 pounds in total. Now, that the previous chapter was about statistic. Now this chapter is about sequence. Consider this arrangement of table and chairs. So we have table in the middle, 4 chairs. 2 tables, we have 6 chairs. 3 tables. So let's continue the table here. 1 table, 4 chairs. 2 table, 6 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 tables, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8. Now 4 table, how much? Let's check. Do we have any pattern here? Any sequence? Yes. 4 chairs, 6 chairs, 8 chairs. Each time is increasing by 2. So 4 table, we will have 10 chairs. Find the rule that relates the number of tables T to the number of chairs T. Number of chairs C. So number of tables T and the chairs C. Find the rule. So if we increase T by 1, C will increase by 2. This is a simple rule. Now, how many chairs will be needed if there are 10 tables? Now, it's better if we write the formula. Okay? Let's call the formula C, number of chairs, is equal to. Now check each time is, as I said, is increasing by 2. So we write 2n. Now we check how many. So to check if it is correct or not, let's use n equal 1. What does that mean? The first term. First term means n is equal to 1. 2 times 1, 2. But here I have 4, not 2. So I have to fix it, so I put plus 2. Now let's check the second term. Would it be correct? Second term, n is equal to 2. 2 times 2, 4, plus 2, 6. Yes, it's correct. Now, why did I write the formula, number of chairs? Because now they ask what if we have 10 tables? Like here I wrote n, but I mean t. What if I have 10 tables? How many chairs it will be? So instead of t, we substitute by 10. Number of chairs is equal to 2 times 10 plus 2, which is equal to 2 times 10, 20, plus 2, 22. Now, how many tables are there if there are 16 chairs? So here they change it. Let's solve it as an equation. Instead of c, I will write 16 equal to 2t plus 2. Now take t to the other side will be 14. So I have 14 is equal to 2t. Then divide by 2 to keep t the subject. So t is equal to 7. So 16 chairs means 7 tables. If you need to make sure that, let's continue here. So 4 chairs, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So look, 16 chairs, 7 tables. Okay. Question 9. Write out the first 5 terms of each of these sequence. Okay. So they gave me the formula to find the next term. Tn plus 1 means the next term. What is it equal to? It's equal to 17 minus 4 times the first term. So the first term should be given. Where is it? It's here. 1 over 4. Now, to find the first term is already given. 1 over 4. Now, second term. Now, second term means the previous one, because they said Tn plus 1. What do you have to do to the previous one? Previous one, this is the previous one. You should times it by 4. And then the answer that you get should be subtracted from 17. 1 over 4 times 4 is 1. So you have 17 minus 1, which is 16. So again, let me repeat. This Tn means the previous term, 1 over 4. Times 1 over 4 by 4, you will get 1. Now 17 minus 1 is 16. Now to get the third term, now instead of Tn, we put 16. Now 16 times 4 is 64. Now 17 minus 64 will be minus 47. 1, 2, 3. Now we need to find the fourth value, and then I will stop there because it's too much. Now we have to do minus 47. We should times it by 4. It's equal to minus 188. So we have 17 minus 188 is equal to minus 171. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's stop here. Let's not do the fifth one. Let's do this one. Tn plus 1 means the next term. What is it equal to? The previous term times the 3 and then plus 2. Now the first term is 1. To find the second term, instead of Tn, we use 1. So instead of Tn, I put 1. What do I have to do now? I should times it by 3. 1 times the 3 is a 3, plus 2, 5. Now, instead the previous value, instead of Tn, I'll put 5. 5 times the 3, 15, plus 2, 17. Then next, 17 times the 3, 17 by 3, 51, plus 2, 53. Then next, 53 times the 3, 159, plus 2, 161. This is the 5 terms. This is the same thing, but the first value is 0. Now this one, they said Tn squared. Let's do this one. So the first value is 2. Okay. Now see, so here instead of Tn, I should put 2. But that 2 is to the power of 2, so it will be 4. 1 minus 4 will be minus 3. Then next one. Now instead of 2, you put minus 3 here. Minus 3 square will be 9. 1 minus 9, minus 8. And then you continue. Same thing. Question 10. Describe each sequence using a recursive formula. Recursive formula means similar to question 9, the previous one. Let me explain some of them, not all of them, so we continue because it's the same thing. So recursive formula means I need to talk about Tn plus 1, like the second one. Tn plus 1. What is it equal to? It's equal to the previous one. Let me write Tn and then check what should I do. Here, we need to understand the rule. What's the rule? 4 plus 3, 7, plus 3, 10, plus 3, 13. Each time is increasing by 3. So what do we write? We write Tn. Let's try, for example, plus 3. Now let's try the first Tn. What is it? Is 4. 4 plus 3, 7. And then 7 plus 3, 10. 10 plus 3, 16. Okay. This is for part A. Let me take it next to A. Let me remove Tn plus 1. It's Tn plus 3. Now let me do B. So Tn plus 1 is equal to, now here let's try to understand the rule. Minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. So we say the previous one, Tn minus 4. This is how we define it. Let me do C, the last one. Tn plus 1 is equal to, let's check here. So Tn. Let's check from 2 to 8. What's happening? Some of you might say plus 6. But then check 8 plus 6 is not 32. So it's not plus 6. What is it then? It's times 4. 2 times 4, 8. 8 times 4, 32. 32 times 4, 128. So what do you have to do to the previous one? I should times it by 4. So what's Tn plus 1? Is 4Tn. Multiply the previous term by 4. Now, next question. Describe, this is important, describe each of these recursive sequence using a formula. Now we need to write the formula, which is using n. Let's try to understand the rule, term-to-term rule. 15 minus 3, 12. Minus 3, 9. Minus 3, 6. So here, what do we have? We have minus 3. So you write minus 3n. Now, how do I make it correct? I substitute n by 1 to find the first term. Minus 3 times 1 is minus 3, but the first value I have is 15. How do we fix it? I have the answer minus 3. I need it to be 15. So what do I have to do? I should plus, first you plus 3 to make it 0, then you plus 15. So you need to plus 18. Now, if you need to try the second term, n is equal to 2. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 18 is 12, so it's correct. Now, let's do one more. So here we have 57, and then 46. So here what's happening? It's decreasing by 11. Here will be 35, here will be 24. So it's decreasing by 11. So we write minus 11 n. Now we try to make the first value correct. But here the first value is hidden. So can we get it? Yes, we can. If you go the opposite direction, 13 becomes 24. So I'm adding 11. 24 plus 11, 35, then 46, 57, now 68. The first value is 68. Now we try minus 11 times 1 is minus 11. How much I still need to make it 68? We need plus 79 to make it correct. Okay, let's continue with question 12. Write the term-to-term rule for each linear and then complete fill in the blank. Now, term-to-term, what does that mean? You just check between one value and the other value. What is happening? Plus what? Minus what? First one we have 14, it becomes 19, it becomes 24. So it's increasing by 5. The term-to-term rule is plus 5. So 4 plus 5, 9 if I need to fill. Now B, let's check. 14 becomes 18. This is plus 4. I'm writing the formula. Now 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. Now part C, I have minus 1, minus 4, minus 7. Each time we are subtracting 3. So after minus 7, if I continue, it's minus 10. Now what if I'm going the opposite direction? So I should add a 3. Minus 1 plus 3, 2. 2 plus 3, 5. Let's check it now. 5 minus 3, 2. 2 minus 3, minus 1. Minus 1 time. Minus 3 is minus 4. Correct. Last one, D. We have 5, then something, then 19, then something, then... So you might say there's no consecutive two numbers, but it's okay. We can understand from the difference between these. So between 5 and 19, how much do we have extra? We have 14. Means that this is halfway. It's not 14, it's half of it. So it's 7. We need to add 7. Each step we need to add 7. 5 plus 7, 12. 12 plus 7, 19. 19 plus 7, 26. 26 plus 7, 33. 33 plus 7, 40 if we need to continue. Okay. Then, is it the last one? No, I still have. Okay. Next. Also here, I'll not solve all the questions because they are a bit similar. Write each of these ratio in its simplest form. Simplest form, what does that mean? We said that ratio is parts, okay? And we deal with it similar to fractions. Remember in a fraction, they say write it in simplest form. So this is similar to it. Fractions can be simplified. Ratio can be simplified. How do I simplify fraction? I divide numerator. Let's say, for example, I have 2 over 4. So I divide up and down by the same value. So it's equal to 1 over 4. This is an example for the fraction ratio, the same thing. Let's check the numbers that I have. 63, 18, 54. All of them, I can see that can be divided by 3. Does it have to be in one step? No, we can make it in many steps. So I can see that it can be divided by 3. Let me divide by 3. 18 divided by 3, 6. Then 63 divided by 3, 21. Don't forget the points. So we said 63 divided by 3 is 21. Okay. Now 54 divided by 3 is 18. Now, can I simplify more? If we can, then we have to continue. 18 and 6 both can be divided, but 21 is not. All of them can be divided by 3. We divide everything by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 6 divided by 3, 2. 18 divided by 3, 6. Can we simplify more? No. Next one, we need to simplify 3.6 kilogram and 240 gram. Here we need to be careful for the unit, guys. Kilogram and gram are different units. So I can't just do the simplification directly. We need to convert either gram to kilogram or the opposite, kilogram to gram. So I will convert kilogram to gram. How? We times by 1000. So now what's the fraction that I have? Write it here up. 3, 6. I used one step from these 3 zeros. I still have 2 steps left. And then, oh, what was it? 240. Now, how do I simplify it? Cancel 0 from here and 0 from here. Then, we can still simplify, I guess. Let's, for example, divide it by 3. Let's divide it by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 36 divided by 3 is 12. And you can add the 0. Can we simplify more? Let's check. So 128, we can divide by 4, for example. This will be 2. 12 divided by 4 is a 3. This will be 30. We can divide by 1. 15, 2. That's the ratio. Now, question 2 says express each of these ratio in terms of 1 n. What does that mean? Means make the first digit for me, the first value for me is only 1. So how do I make this one? You divide 12 divided by 12. So I will divide this expression by 12. 12 divided by 12, 1. Now, this is the problem. 102 divided by 12. It's 8.5. In the exam, the numbers will be easier, as I said. The next one, what do I have to do? I also should divide by 7. So it will be 1, and then there's something. No. Yeah, this question is important as well. Divide. I'll do 3 and 4. So, divide 500 meters in the ratio 3:5. So here I'm using ratio because I'm dividing not equally, okay, guys? So 500. First, what are the steps? Step number 1, add the parts. 3 plus 5 is 8. Step number 2, divide 500 by 8 to know each part how much should get. So 500 divided by 8, you can first divide it by 2, and then by 2, and then till you find the answer, okay? 500 divided by 8 is 62.5. Now, what should I do with 62.5? I times it by 3, and then I times it by 5. If I times it by 3, it's 187.5. Then I should times 62 by 62.5 times what? Times 5 is 312.5. Now, if you add these two values, the answer will be 500. So I divided 500, but not equally. Next one, divide 80 in the ratio 2, 5, 4. First of all, as I said, we add how many parts we have. 5 plus 4, 9 plus 2, 11. They said make the answer 2 decimal place. It means here calculator. So you do 80 divided by 11 to find one part. 80 divided by 11, it's 7.2727. In the exam, you will have numbers easier than this. So we got something like this, 7.27, repeating. Now we should multiply this value that I get with 2, 5, and 4. So first we have 7.27 times 2, 14.54. Then the second one, 7.27 times 5, 7.27 times 5, 36.35, and then 7.27 times 4 is 29.08. Okay. Now question 15 is about direct proportion. I have 14 bananas. Their cost is 2.10 or 2.1. They said, what's the cost for 40 bananas? Either you do something for 14, like divide and multiply to make it 40, or as I said, it's cross multiplication. It's 40 times 2.10 divided by 14. So 40 times 2.10 and then divided by 14. The answer is 6. Need to know how to solve it. 2.1 times 10 is 21. I used the 0 and the decimal. So now it's 21. And then you do you should times it by 4. And then we divide by 14. Question 6. A driver fills up the tank of her car so it has 75 liters of diesel on a full truck. She can drive 900 kilometers. So 75 liters, we can get 900 kilometers. They said, how far could her car travel on 65 liters? As I told you, do cross multiplication. 75 liters will be 900 kilometer. Then you're asking me, what about 65 liters? How do I solve it? I do cross multiplication. 65 times 900 is this, and then divide by 75. 780 is the answer. Now, they said, how much diesel would she need to travel 408? Now, we don't know how many liters, but we know that she traveled 408. Then you do cross multiplication now, 75 times 408. 75 times 408, this one, and then this is divided by 900, so it's 34. So she needs 34 liters. Next, question 7. A small animal area at the farm has rabbits and pigs. 5/9 of the small animals are rabbits. What's the ratio of the rabbits to the pigs? So we need to be careful here. They said 5/9 of the whole animals, okay? 5/9 from the whole animals are rabbits. They said write the ratio rabbits to pigs. So if rabbits are 5 out of 9, then pigs is how you complete it to 9. It's 9 minus 5, which is 4. Then they said if there are 15 pigs, sorry, 15 rabbits, how many pigs are there? So 15 rabbit means this is 5 parts. What about 15? How do I solve this? Let's do it like this. 5, 4. I need it to be 15. So we said that you can do it similar to fractions. So you can multiply by 3 to make 5 15. 4 times the 3 is 12. So how many pigs are there? Since we did the ratio, it's 12. Now question 8. Divide these quantities in the ratio given. So 140 divided by this. These questions, all of them divide are similar to those two that I did. Okay? For the same instruction. First, we add how many parts we have. Follow the same instruction. First, we add how many parts we have. Then you divide it by the total, 140/7. Then the answer that you find, you times it by this part and by this part. This is similar of cross multiplication, like the one that we did. As I told you, this one here, you need a calculator. Question 10. A wholesaler advertises the following prices for fruit. So apricot, blueberries, and cherries. Which of these prices are in direct proportion? We said direct proportion if you can multiply one of them to get the second one. So we need to check. For example, here, 10 is multiplied by what to get 40? Is multiplied by 4. So now let's check this, 70. If I multiply it by 4, will I get the answer that is written? 70 times 4, you do 7 times 4 is 28. Then let's put the 0 of the 70. So we find out that should be 280, but the value here is 275. So when I multiply by 4, did I get the correct answer? No. So here, are they in a direct proportion? No. So are they direct proportion? No, it's not. Now the blueberries. Just find two numbers that you can multiply to make them, okay? Here, for example, 12, can I make 32? No. Or 5, can I make it? No. Let's try to make it easier. For example, Let's divide 5 here. Let's divide 5. First, let's divide it by 5 to get the value. And then we times it by 12. So it will be like this. 5, I divide it by 5, it will be 1. Now here I have 62.5. What happened if I multiply it, if I divide it by 5? 62.5. Let's check, can we do it? 2.5 divided by 5. It will be 12.5. Now, since I have 1, now I need to convert it to 12. Now if I multiply this one by 12, will I get 150? We don't have to solve it, we can just check. Actually, we know 12 times 12 is 144. But this is 12 times 12.5. So most probably it makes 150. Yes, it's correct. So it makes 150. Now look, when I divide by 5 and I multiply by 12, I get the answer that is written. So here, do we have any direct proportion? Yes. So we say that the prices are directly in a direct proportion, I mean. Now, this one, 4. Can I multiply it by something to make it 24? Yes, times 6. So now you multiply this one by 6 to check, is it correct? 0 by 6, 0. 6 by 5, 30. Sorry, 30. So we write 0. I carry 3. 6 by 6, 36. And the 3, 39. So eliminate 9, carry 3. 6 by 1 is 6 plus 3, 9. So I got 99. Is it here the same, 99? Yes. So we say that they are in direct proportion. So hopefully it was beneficial. Please read the question carefully before you solve and memorize the formula if you have. And especially for statistic, know what's the meaning of mean, median, range, and mode so you can solve it. So good luck. Wish you the best.